Mr. Possum says the journals are taking over. Run!
Well now, what was that all about? I finished my garden journal, and Mr. Possum noticed all the journals up on the shelf over there, and he said the journals are taking over. First, let me show you what I did today on the shelf. And now let's go over and I'll show you the last 2 pages in the garden journal.
So let's get right to it. And I started this on March 21st, it looks like, first day of spring in here. And I talked about the seeds I had planted and some spring flowers popping up. I'll do a chatty flip through. Here's April, here's this May. This is all May, lots of flower stuff in May. And then we get on to some June things coming up, and then updates from July. And these are June. And so also in June, I took pictures of my, well, I call it a rattleweed, and some people call it a false indigo. So let's just hop outside for 1 minute and let me show you what the plant looks like today. And this is the rattleweed plant out here, right on the edge next to the ferns. And we have the lawn and then some flowers, then the ferns, then the woods. And after it gets those pretty blue purple blossoms, it gets these seed pods. As you can see, they get quite large because this is in the legume family, or peas and beans. And then after a while, they turn dark when they're dried out. And you can see this branch has been stripped. It's probably the deer come and they put their mouth on here and just strip it right off. But they left some back here. And there's some more on this side. And I guess in the wild, well, this is kind of wild here, isn't it? They get infected with a weevil that eat into the pods. So it's hard for them to, make the seeds and spread that way. So when I first walked out here, there was a weevil on that pod. And I'll put the picture there, but it's a little hard to see. But he flew away, so I couldn't get a better picture. And when the seed pods are really dry, and that's why it's called a rattleweed, just like a baby's rattle. So it is a lovely plant. It gets these beautiful purple blossoms in the spring. This was on June 8th. And it is a native, and I have it right at the edge of the lawn before the ferns. And I took a picture. The cat is pushing my arm. The cat looking for my attention. And here's a picture of those seed pods I showed you, and that weevil is... Stop it. Right there next to my thumb, that black spot on that seed pod. And there's those black rattles. And I just journaled about it being called rattleweed, and also known as false indigo because you can use it as a dye. And it's in the legume family, and it produces these large seed pods, and how the weevils get in, and they reduce the number of seeds. So it's hard for this plant to spread in the wild. And then I have down here seed pods turn black when they dry, and you shake them and they produce that rattle sound. And the very last page, I put the July from the Edith Holden book, Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And I put Mr. Possum on his garden tractor, coming down the road, actually, into the driveway. That's funny. We have a dirt road. We live on a dirt road, dirt lane, but we have a paved driveway. And, you know, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but he went to get the mail. He drove this tractor, which is a Sears tractor, about 50 years old, almost 50 years old. And he drove the tractor up to get the mail because the mailbox is way down the end of the road, about a quarter mile, 2/10 of a mile away. And he said he had to step on the gas and drive fast to outrun the deer flies that were biting him. So this is a lovely July page from Edith Holden with the dragonfly and the water lilies and some rushes up here, or sedges. I can't tell from the picture. So there she is. I do have 2 pockets here, and I have 1 extra pack of seeds there. And I believe outside somewhere in the bin are some tags that I need to put in here. So I'm saving the pockets for empty seed packs and the little plant information tags that come, you know, when you buy the plant. I think I stuck one. Here's one here, like this. I bought those lavenders back in May. So this is finished. Like I said, I'll wait a while and then one day I'll do a chatty flip through, although there is a video on every single page. So wow, this is very exciting. A journal done. So let me put this up on the shelf and then show you all the rest of the journals. Now that the shelves have been dusted and the journals rearranged, let me show you what I have on the shelf. Number 1 is my Elephant Boho Cosmic Smash Book. And when I say Cosmic Smash Book, I mean it has daily journaling, memory keeping, art journaling, junk journaling, whatever, all put into one journal. Some nature journaling in there. And look at that alligator mouth. This is a chunky monkey. Okay, this one is an altered notebook. I didn't change the cover because I love the cover. It also is a giant alligator mouth, and it is also a Cosmic Smash book. This is my Sandy Toes and Salted Kisses summer journal from last year with the summer diorama on the cover, with real seahorses and feathers and shells and stones in it. This is an old fall journal that I finished up lately. It's been sitting around for a while. And I believe this one might be mostly memory keeping and some journaling. This is made from a wallpaper. And this is my December daily from last year. And this is made from a wooden gingerbread house I got at the Dollar Tree that I decorated all up with fake candies and fake snow. I love this one. And this is December daily journaling and some memory keeping in there. And this is my Gnome Journal. This is also a Cosmic Smash book. Look at the alligator mouth on that one. I put too much stuff in that one for sure. This is an altered book. It's a book cover. And the last one up top is my Trashy that has journaling and memory keeping in it. I have a lot of old photos in here. This is my auntie on the cover, Aunt Fanny Hortense, in this Italian pizza and sauce collage. And so that is the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up on the top shelf. Down on the next shelf, there is an old Halloween junk journal with journaling and a lot of memory keeping in there. And this was a book in the haunted house. Not a golden book, just a Halloween story. And this is a autumn journal from, I got off the stool, so now I got to reach up, a couple of years ago. And this is my very first junk journal. A lot of memory keeping in there. And this is last year's Halloween journal made out of a Harry Potter box from Costco's. This one is not finished. These 3 are finished. All the ones on the top are all finished. And these 3 are finished. Now, Harry Potter I just started in the fall, and I still have some pages I can put some journaling on. These are some old little journals I made, like travel style. And this is a gratitude journal. And this one is, let me get it down, a little December journal. I think this one's finished. It's all memory keeping in that one. And then this one has room to put more signatures in there. So that is number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Halloween journal is lucky number 13. And on this shelf, I have number 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And these are my little golden books, the one I'm working on right now, Wonders of Nature. And this is going to be my gardening journal as soon as I finish my Busy Bee, my beautiful bee journal. This is my first little golden book journal, Jingle Bells, and this is all memory keeping. It's very fat. This was the first one, so this one is last year's little golden book, The Colors of Winter, and I believe there's just a few more pages in here to put some winter memories. This one is I Love You Grandma. There's nothing in there yet. I just put the cover together, and this is going to be, you know, with grandmas and aunties and things in there, memories. And I made this one recently. This is my little golden book about Frida Kahlo. And I think I may do memory keeping in this one of my trip to Costa Rica. And this is the little golden book, the Golden Egg book. And it has been started, but there's not that much in there. So that'll be for Easter next year. And way back in the corner is Old Macdonald Had a Farm. And as you can see, this is step 1, buy the book. That's step 1. Step 2, make the cover, right? Step 3, put in the pages. Step 4, start journaling. All right, so I was up to, what was I up to now? 20. All right, so top shelf, second shelf, we're up to 20. So coming down to the third shelf, so I can reach a little better, we have my recently made Emma Shabby Chic that has just been started. And I believe this one's going to be memory keeping. I have a lot of old photos. And we have my Steampunk Howard. And that is going to be memory keeping too. These two will be memory keeping. These two have just been started. This is my Watercolor Journal. Now this was a swap project that we had online. This cover was made by Jeannie at Happily Ever After. She did the cover, we swapped cover. I made her cover, and then I made it into, I mean, we only swapped this piece right here, and then we took that piece and made a journal out of it, and I made a watercolor journal out of this one. And this was another swap partner. This one was made by Clarissa at Caramia's Corner. And this was a Dollar Tree junk journal challenge swap. So she made this for me. It's very fun, but I haven't put anything in it yet. As you can see, I got a lot of journals to do. And here's my Monster Christmas in July, which is huge. You can see how big it is. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we're up to 25. And the last shelf of junk journals, 26, is my trashy. And this was a challenge by, I think this was Susan at Susan Hiles Art and Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. And it was to make a journal out of a bag. So this is a gift bag, and I have a lot of bags on the inside. This is my boho kitty, where I'm journaling about family pets. This is my sort of my spring daily that I've been journaling in. I have a lot of pages to do in that one. This is my gardening journal, and I am almost finished with this one. Yay! This is my little slow stitch junk journal, and I have a lot of work to do in here yet, but I also have a lot of ideas, so stay tuned for that one. And if you remember my birthday challenge back in February, this is my Asian glue book. And I will be doing some more work in that also with all the wonderful things that everybody sent me. I've done a few more pages, but I have a lot more to go. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Is that the right count? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. There are 31 junk journals on the shelf. And I do have ideas for a couple more, and those are in these tubs down here. And if you saw while I was dusting, I took these down. These are some Wizard of Oz puppets that my sister had, and she gave them to me for safekeeping, but I think I'm going to wrap them up and put them away right now because she didn't want to dust them, and I don't really want to dust them either. And I need the room for my journals. You might notice over here that there are a lot more journals. And these are my First Nature journals here. And then all these books over here, nature journaling and some art journaling. And these were some of my first journals over here. And these are watercolor journals, maybe some pencils in there too. And some other journals that have not been finished there. So there's two shelves of nature journals and art journals and some other kind of journals there too. Like sketchbooks and just journals I was learning how to do some sketching in, things like that. I'm taking a course online with Joanne Sharp on magic markers, and there's one of the journals has all that work in it. So those are mostly art journaling and nature journaling. And that is the tour of my shelf. And I forgot to count in my mini collage book because it's on the desk. Because if you watched to the very, very end yesterday, you saw me journaling in here. And I said I would keep it on the desk because once I moved it over to the shelf, I stopped sticking things in there. So here it is on the desk. So this would be what I say, number 32. So I just have a quick few things to put in here today. One is I had to open up another glue stick. I love this Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength. I know I just rounded the corners on a piece of trash, but that's the way the possum. Ooh, look at this orange. It's got to go on orange. Got to go on orange. And look at that. It just fits perfect right there. And a couple other little things that when I was doing my dusting, one I found on the floor. Oops, where'd it go? Okay, I'll put that right there. Right there, right there. Perfect, perfect. And I think this is from Dolores. She had sent me some things. It's like a little Chinese fortune cookie fortune. A judgment will rule in your favor. Or the lucky numbers. Lucky number 16, that's my birthday. So we're going to put it on that side. We're going to put it on that side. Learn Chinese. And I might just put it right there. So let me stick that on there. I overlapped that little orange bit. Okay. And this is just a piece of the page I had to trim off from the Edith Holden. And I want to stick this somewhere. I know, I should just put glue on it and then stick it somewhere, right? Got a little bit of the writing on there, kind of like that. Kind of like that. Kitty's still after my arm. Still looking for my attention. I'm going to put that down there. What do you want? You want to come up? Gonna come up? Come on up. Come up. All right, she's up. She is up. She was tapping my arm. Okay, oh, the other cat's knocking out the door. Speaking of cats, now this is a picture of my sister's cat, and I was going to make a little kitty angel with this head, but then I didn't, and I just found the head when I was dusting the shelf, so I think I'll put them in here. This is on that zinc photo paper. Oh, you know what? I have some pictures that I printed out by accident, or I didn't like them when I printed them out. I think I'll put some of those in here too. I have some more cleaning to do. When I come across them, I will put them in here. Okay, so I put 3 things in. 3 is the magic number. That's all you have to do. Still have the last scraps on the desk. I'll put that stuff away, start my next journal. Okay, well, kitty in my lap. I just want to say thanks for coming along today and celebrating the finishing touches on my garden journal and taking a little walk with me outside. And I just want to wish everybody happy junk journaling, happy garden journaling. Bye-bye.